Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. All right. All right, perfect. Good morning, everyone. How you guys doing? Happy Wednesday. Hello, hello. Oh. All right, so obviously today is FOMC. So there's going to be basically an update on the federal funds rate at 2 o'clock, and then at 2:30, Powell is going to give a speech. So that's why today is going to be it's gonna be pretty choppy. The implied volatility on the option contracts are very high as well, 60%. Which means that there probably won't be that much fluidity in the market regardless. Let's just go ahead and see how things play out immediately. Right, 398.30 is major support on the SPY. So but generally after a really big red candle like this and a very bearish setup like this, it should continue falling lower because this is just not a bullish setup to be held at support. So let's see. IWM wicked below support and it started moving up. So that strength can translate into the SPY and the NASDAQ. Still risky to try to go long, basically. It's not a high quality long setup. Yeah. So down below, the NASDAQ has support at 309.87. And then the IWM has support at 175.30. The SPY has supports at 398 and at 397.77. And another thing is a lot of guys are watching the stream on YouTube. So YouTube, there's a like 15-20 second delay. So you guys could watch the stream on YouTube as like a replay, but live, I would really recommend you guys watch the stream on either Twitch or TikTok. All right, so we peaked above 398.30. We rejected. Contracts aren't really moving that well, but this still is not really a very safe. This is not a safe bull. It's not a safe long opportunity. Contracts are barely losing value though, so generally when that happens, it's not always like the best sign for so if, for example, like calls aren't losing value that well, if like the price of the SPY is falling, one second, one moment. IWM is giving a nice reversal signal. This is a setup, but they would like rip it to the upside from support. So a lot of people were bearish, right? But now is basically a perfect time for them to rip it up. Because then it would be very difficult for people to have captured the move to the upside. And it would cause pain to late bulls and also to the people that were trying to short. The IWM is showing a lot of strength. 175.7 is major resistance on the IWM. 310.30 is major resistance on the NASDAQ. 398.30 continues to be resistance on the SPY. Shopping within this 30-40 cent range, things should be moving up. Yeah, so there's definitely just more, there's going to be more choppiness and everything today. They made a very, very bearish picture as it ripped down lower. They made it seem very, very bearish. And then they just ripped it higher. So basically, one of the things that helped me see the potential rip up was that the IWM was starting to create a level of support, and we started to see some big green candles out of the IWM. So we saw strength coming out of the IWM while the SPY and the NASDAQ were still holding support. So basically we needed to see if the strength in the IWM could continue, and if that strength from the IWM would translate into the SPY. so we got that just a bit. But yeah, they're not gonna make it easy. It's not very fluid. So now the SPY and the IWM are both trading at VWAP. But yeah, once again, something very, very bearish. It was a really good opportunity for them to rip it up. Because purely like their mindset is they want to capture retail traders premium, and they want to chop people out, especially on a day with 60% implied volatility. If you have like hundreds of millions of dollars, it's so easy to make a lot of money with selling options, especially on a day with implied volatility this high. It pays to be an option seller. So yeah, you can see this whole move was barely like even 10-15%. Trying to see if it makes sense to continue trading today, because that entire move from when I said it was barely a 15% move, so this entire thing was 15%. So all I know is that for Ramadan, so basically tomorrow is the first day we're gonna fast. So let me tell you guys exactly what's going on. All right, so basically tomorrow is gonna be the first day that we're gonna fast, and we're going, so Muslims aren't allowed to fast, or sorry, they're not allowed to eat or drink from sunrise to, it's basically an hour before sunrise to sunset. So that's going to be the equivalent of around 5:40 for New York. It's going to be 5:40 a.m. to basically like 7:10. By the end of Ramadan, it'll be like 7:30. But basically about 12 or 13 hours without any food or water. So what we do is we wake up around like 4:30, pray, eat, and then we have 5 daily prayers, and then we pray at the sunrise, and then you pray some in the afternoon, and then we pray again before sunset, and then at sunset we finally get to eat or drink, and then after sunset, about an hour and a half afterward, there's another prayer. So, and then we end up praying until like 10:30, 11 p.m. So basically, it's pretty fun. It's very, very like, so not only are you basically doing something that's like physically healthy for you, right? Because like just in terms of the mental clarity that you gain, right? Putting like religion and everything to the side, whatever, right? I would really recommend you guys just try fasting out, right? If you guys have never done that before, start off by just like having a water fast. So you're only fasting and you're only you don't eat, but you're only like drinking liquids. So I would start off with that, see how you guys handle that, and then I would recommend you guys try to do at least a day where you're not eating or drinking from an hour before sunrise until sunset. And yeah, man, that it's really healthy for you if you're, you know, everything with your health and your health conditions and everything allow it. I would really recommend it. It's really, really good for you mentally. It's good for you physically. And yeah, man, every religion talks about it. Every religion talks about fasting. So yeah, pretty nice. I'm excited. So basically the first day is tomorrow. And I'm gonna be I'm excited. I'm gonna be streaming and doing this every day during Ramadan. So yeah. I'm trying to figure out if it makes sense to trade, honestly. The market is going to end up being better, obviously, after 2:30. But exciting. I'm confused. IWM looked the weakest. QQQ incredibly strong though. So QQQ, sorry. So I'm looking at the 1 minute chart. So I'm looking at everything on the 1 minute chart. If immediately the IWM started to hold support while the NASDAQ and the SPY were showing weakness, right? Basically what I'm saying is the IWM started to show some strength on the 1 minute chart. And if that strength of the IWM, like immediately in the short term, there were some big candles coming out on the IWM, could that strength have led to a pop in the SPY and the NASDAQ? And that's basically what happened. So I'm not talking about on the daily chart. Obviously, the IWM is the weakest for the day. And in general, tech is much, much stronger. But I'm talking about immediately on the 1 minute chart. Exciting 68-cent range. F. Behrman. Yes. That winner player 318 W wins. Yes. Not worth it today. Yeah. Leo. Excited for Ramadan. Enjoy the fasting. Golden Planet. Growing. As someone who doesn't know much about the religion, what is the reason for the fasting? Just curious. So there's like a lot of different reasons, but one of the reasons would be to basically show people that everyone is like equal, like regardless of whether you're rich or poor, you're still eating and drinking the same amount, basically. And like it's a way to make people feel like equal in terms of like asking for forgiveness or like being in the eyes of God, and you know, things of that nature, as well as like it's supposed to like humble you. It's supposed to make you feel more grateful for what you have. It's supposed to give you more like patience and mental clarity. It's a bunch of different reasons, but I don't know if there's like one specific. I could be wrong. I do intermittent fasting every day. Sounds like you're about to drop a few pounds while getting in touch with spirit. You go, guy. Yeah, I was actually intermittent fasting for about like, I was only having one meal a day for almost like 7 months, and I ended up gaining muscle and gaining weight. So it was nice, but now it's gonna be no liquids. So that's gonna be fun. Golden Planet, yep, super healthy for body and mind. On Divine Night, liquids without sugar. Yeah. So if you guys are gonna have liquids, if you guys are gonna try to do like a water fast, then try your best to have liquids without sugar as best as possible, because you get the carbs basically react the same as sugar. So yeah, it's basically a month of like not being extravagant in terms of your food, in terms of like a lot, you know, like just, it's a month to like reset, humble yourself, to remember, like, you know, to remember your blessings. Because we have a lot of blessings, we just overlook it sometimes. We get too caught up in our heads, we get too caught up in the past or like the future. We forget about the present, and we forget how much we're blessed. So fasting and getting in touch with your spiritual body and like your physical presence and stuff like that, it helps. But intermittent fasting helps lose a lot of weight. Yeah, 100% it does. 100%. I ended up gaining weight only because like I was just I ended up just like eating a lot. I was trying to gain or maintain, but definitely intermittent fasting helps with weight loss 100%. I ended up wanting to do like a, I didn't get a chance to do a 72-hour fast, but I'll probably end up doing like a 72-hour fast sometime next month. And then I wanted to start incorporating those like every 2 or 3 weeks. Basically start fasting like on Thursday and open up the fast with like food and stuff on Sunday. And yeah. You could also look at it as a way to like push yourself, right? Like if you don't immediately see like the benefits, you could at least look at it in terms of, okay, like a lot of people have said that this is very beneficial. Let me see for myself how beneficial it is. And let me, like, I don't have anything to lose. Let's just see how it goes. Try something new, you know? Like the stream, guys. Come on. Thank you. Intuitive one. For weight loss and health, I fast for at least 24 hours each day and eat one meal. Will probably go longer soon. Nice. That's awesome. A Blanc 277. Will you be streaming at around that time? No. Squidison, were you still in GME? No, I ended up selling initially after we first took it. The contracts were up like 100%, and then I didn't hold the rest afterward. But this is definitely, I'm not sure how much the contracts are up or down right now. But I mean, this is the type of stuff that helps. GME being up so much They had earnings yesterday. So that's good. So yeah, I'm excited because I'm also going to start. So basically, like, there's gonna be like, if I take like 15 or 20 trades a day, right? 10 or 15 trades a day, whatever it is. I guess what I'm thinking about for the videos that I explain the certain trades, I'll like explain like, okay, like for trade one, right? Like I'll probably have like trade one. I'll write it out, obviously trade one, and then I'll like say, okay, boom, we entered at like 946, right? So basically what I'm saying is after every stream, I'm going to summarize exactly why I entered certain trades and then go a bit more in depth of why I entered into them. That in and of itself is going to help so much, honestly. Like, that should help a lot. And then I'm going to basically post a video every day talking about like that. So yeah, as I continue posting them and stuff, like if there's something that I could do differently or something that I could do better, please let me know. But I'm gonna start doing that soon, and I'm excited. Ramadan's about to start. I'm not about to have any coffee or water in the morning. We're about to work harder than we have before, so I'm gonna be very, very excited. What else? Market is continuing to chop around. IV is starting to increase as well. IV went up from 60% to 61.5%. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna take any trades right now. Doesn't make any sense. And yeah, so yeah, I don't want to waste your guys' time. There's really not. It's not like a safe. It's not a good market environment to try to trade. It'll be better to trade after 2:30, and until then, we're not going to sit here and get chopped out. because the percentage gain that you're getting on big moves is not high. So, you know, generally we'd be risking 5% loss, 10% loss in exchange for a 20-30% gain. Now you're going to be risking basically whatever loss that you're risking, the gain is nowhere near 20 or 30%. So that's why the market is chopping around, and that's why they're just playing around with retail. They're not allowing the option premiums to pay out that well. But so yeah, I'm gonna explain in detail why I entered and exited certain trades. Hopefully that should help. Yeah, there's a bunch of other stuff as well. For the crypto bot, we're just waiting for we're waiting for the FUD in terms of like certain crypto exchanges to basically subside before we share it on a certain exchange. We want to see and make sure that we don't have to like deal with a FTX situation. Well, that's going well also. Now it's just a matter of like sharing it with you guys. I'm excited. It's gonna be a fun month. But yeah, aside from that, it's not smart to trade. You guys have any other questions, or I'd love to answer or help or anything? If the Fed raises 50 basis points today, what do you expect from the market? Shoot up or down? Honestly, we just have to see what they're going to have to do. The Fed is in a very interesting spot, but they're in a very interesting spot. It makes sense that we should. There's so much up in the air at this point. Let's just see what happens instead of going on a tangent about like hypotheticals. This could take a while, but yeah, let's just see what happens. Can you explain how you use VWAP to make trades? Yes. There must be some fascinating workarounds. Yeah, just sneak in a bite. Every now and then you sneak in a bite. We used to do that when we were kids and stuff. Will you go live again after 2:30? No. Ramadan Mubarak on YouTube, thank you. Golden Planet, that will be helpful. Having the full details and reasons for the exits and entries. Yep. Yeah, hopefully. And then once you guys understand my thought process behind entering and exiting certain trades, then eventually, like, you guys can be able to do this wherever, whenever, without me here, without any help or anything. So that would make me very happy. That'd be very, very fun and really cool. And I think that would really help people even more. Short Nvidia. Yeah, so I saw that. It's tough. It's tough to try to just short into strength like this, especially when Nvidia is it's the strongest. Chips are the strongest for the day. I wouldn't just play along with the momentum. That's all I can say. Just play with the momentum. Don't try to catch the top. Don't try to catch the bottom. Wait for confirmation and wait for momentum to help. Because then instead of like if you don't wait for confirmation, if you don't wait for momentum, then you can miss the entire move, up or down, because you'd have stuck to a bias. I don't know if stuff. Maybe if the NASDAQ starts breaking below low of day, but even then, I mean, it just doesn't really make sense to try to short a stock that's really, really strong for the day. I also understand that on a daily chart, Nvidia is very overextended to the upside on the Bollinger Band, but it can still continue going higher. Will taking Lotto SPY calls and puts same strike out be a good idea for FOMC? So basically, by the time, so right now, check it out. So right now, IV is going to be at like what, 62%? Check. 62.5% now. All right. By the time we get closer to 2 p.m., IV is probably going to be around like 75, 80% maybe, right? So at that point, getting like at the money calls and puts, if we get a big move in either direction, right? So we need to have a very, very big move in either direction to circumvent the 50% or the 100% loss on one side. So if we're getting puts, right, and calls, obviously we need to get one of the sides over 100% to make up for the losses in the other side that didn't work. For that to happen, we need a really, really big move. So that's number one. We need to hope that a really, really big move happens. Number two, the other issue is that IV, by the time we get closer to that time, is going to increase as well. So as it gets closer to that time, we're going to need an even bigger move. So right now, IV is only 62%. If it trades within this range until 2 o'clock, then yeah, it would make more sense to get a lot of calls and puts right now. But there's a lot of ambiguity trying to go long and like basically making lotto plays at that point, because you would have to be very quick. You could, but you would have to do it very quickly, and then you'd have to understand that there's going to be another opportunity for lottos at 2:30, because that's when he's going to speak. So yeah, I mean, you could, but it's not, honestly, it's not really worth it. Like, it's not worth it for smaller accounts at all. But if you want to throw a few $100s and try to make, basically try to make like 50 or 75%, it's a lotto. So, but yeah, that's my thought process. That's what's gonna end up happening. There could be a big move, so but you have to make sure that you hold through, because if you take profit too quick, but the put side is down 100%, you need to basically make sure that you've made up for the losses. Contracts are doing nothing. Can you make a YouTube video on your thoughts and strategy while you trade? Yes. Doesn't make sense to dump before FOMC live. Don't follow the first move after the FOMC. Be a counter trader. Yeah. Yeah, generally the first move is just a fake out. There's gonna be a lot of fake outs on days like this. Also need to worry about IV crush. Yeah. Where do you track or see the IV percentage? You should be able to see the IV percentage on your brokerage option chain. Over 1 million in bearish sweeps just came in on the Qs. Do you stream from 8 to 10 or 10 to 12? So I stream from 9:30 a.m. Eastern time to basically 11 a.m. or 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. When IB is high for the day, why not get one DTE? Tomorrow Expo is 43%. Because if the expiration, if the implied volatility is high for today, it's going to be also high for tomorrow. So 43% on a 1 DTE, basically 43% for a contract that expires tomorrow is also really high. So it's sort of like the same issue. But then after 2:30, that is when the contracts and the IV is going to drop substantially as well. the Justice and Super Crisis. Yes, I will respond to you guys on Discord. But yeah. Yeah, aside from this, don't try to play against the trend, and things are gonna be choppy. They're not gonna be paying off too well. But alright guys. Yeah, there's not really much else to do. Just the main level of resistance to the upside now is 399.5. On the SPY, it's 311.30 on the NASDAQ. And it is basically 176.60 on the IWM. Yeah, with that being said, there's not really much else to do here. Don't overtrade. We're gonna do really well this month, and gonna be a very big month. I'm very excited. I'm excited. It's gonna be pretty fun. And along the way, if there's something that I could do better, or if there's something that I'm doing doesn't really make sense that I could do better or something like that, please let me know, because but yeah, should be fun. I would really recommend everyone try to fast for at least, like, don't have any food, try to do a water fast for at least like a day, see how that works out for you, and then yeah, move up, see if you could fast without food for like a 13-14 hour period, and yeah, it'd be pretty cool. That being said, love you guys. Have a good one. Take care. Spectacular. Love you guys. Take care. Have a good one. See you guys tomorrow.